Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Yep, guess where we're at? Our property. Here we are. So it is first week in August, and lots to show you today at the vineyard. The Chardonnay, which is the first part of the property along here, is just doing spectacularly. Look at the fantastic, gorgeous Chardonnay. Aren't they spectacular? Look at that. So let's take a little taste, right? Sweet, a little tart, just a little bit. And we are going to, this coming up weekend, we're going to start thinning out the canopy just a little bit on this side. This is the west facing side. I'm sorry, the east facing side. And because our sun comes up over there, and it's not as intense in the morning as it is in the evening. So afternoon, evening. So we're going to do a little bit of thinning out here with the leaves and also the vines themselves, so we can get these guys ripe to match the ripeness of this side. So this side, since it's a much hotter side, the afternoon side, but look at these Chardonnay are just doing interesting. So the other side is a little sweeter. This side's not as sweet, has a little more tartness to it. So, you know, we're also going to drop some of this off, right? This stuff is not going to sweeten up by the time we get to harvesting. But look how beautiful the vines are growing. Just absolutely great. They're really, really doing great. There's some bugs in here, which is good because little bugs like that, little flies, they're not harming anything. But we're going to come in here on the other side and kind of thin out the leaves so it can ripen up some more. And we're looking to harvest these guys. Ooh, that's nice. Super nice. We're going to harvest these probably in about 3 weeks. A little sweeter. So in 3 weeks, they're going to be ready to be harvested. We'll have our crew in here about 2 or 3 in the morning, where it's going to be about, you know, high 50s, low 60s, and harvest them and then bring them into the facility to make the Chardonnay. But look how great they look. Just really, really great. So this is the Chardonnay. Looks way better than last year. And the company that's buying the Chardonnay this year, they've already been by here last week. Super excited about how well they look. And so we're super excited to get them harvested for them and get everything just cleaned up. Yeah, see, now look how beautiful that cluster is, right? So I'm going to taste it. Oh, sweeter. So see the difference, right? So these guys are little fatties. Some are fatter than others. And these are a little tighter, right? So what we do is we'll do a field test of the sugar level. This is called BRIX, B-R-I-X, and that's the sugar level. And so based on, during the field, we'll do a field test, and we'll go and take a little bit of cluster over here, a little bit of cluster over there, we'll do a cluster over there, cluster over there, and crush them all, get the juice, read the sugar level in the juice itself, with a spectrometer, and then at that point we'll know what the vineyard, how the vineyard is shaping up sugar-wise. So let's go over to the cab, right? We all know where that's at, so let's go on a little adventure to see the cab. Hot in here. Whew. It's a beautiful day, by the way. It's about 88 degrees. We're going to have a little bit of warmer weather towards the end of next week, in the low 90s, but we're still getting really, really great weather at night. And that's really the key. That's why Napa Valley, one of the reasons why Napa Valley is such a spectacular growing region, is because it cools down at night. And that's where the plants can just relax and chill. They do their thing. kind of like refrigeration, but still on the plant, which is spectacular. I think last night was about 56 degrees or 57 degrees last night. But yeah, they're looking super happy. Obviously there's some, as you guys know, and based on my previous videos, that there is some die-off with some of our vines. Not a big deal. We're gonna go ahead and replant next year. We're going to get some organic compost and spread it throughout the entire vineyard this winter, and getting ready for the spring. My plan is also bring in some sheep. So we're gonna bring in some sheep and clean out the weeds next year. We're going to start making this property what they call it Napa Green, and there's certain requirements for us to be able to be within that category. It might take a couple years, but that is our plan. So let me just take you out in the field. So now we're on the Cabernet side. See over here, the Cabernet side. And so we've already gone through Veraison. Veraison is where the Cabernet grapes, those dogs are ridiculous. The Cabernet grapes, or any red grapes, turn from green to purple. Once they do that, it's called Veraison. So as you can see, we are fully through Veraison right now. Now, so the Cabernet Sauvignon is doing awesome as well. And as you can see, here is the west facing side, and the other side's the east facing side. So that's east facing, afternoon sun coming down here, and this is the morning sun coming down over here. So the balance, the trick is finding the balance where the plant itself biologically is ripe on both sides. So you have a little heavier crop over here, a leaf protection over here, versus the other side. You start removing some leaves. In fact, this guy right here, that if it doesn't change within the next week, we will remove it. It's too small. So we'll start dropping fruit too. So as you can see over here, how really nice these are looking all the way along here. And then there, see, Veraison has completed. Well, there's a little bit there. So what that means is roughly harvest for red grapes could be within 6 weeks to 8 weeks, maybe 10. It just depends on how the summer and getting into fall, how that weather pattern develops, right? If we have super hot days in September, then the sugar levels in the day will just increase. The fruit will ripen quicker. But we're gonna go in here next weekend, and we're gonna protect the grapes on this side, right? Afternoon sun, protect these on this side, but open up the canopy on this side. This is a west facing side. We're also gonna trim all of the vines here, and any laterals that come out, because we want all the energy from the beautiful plant going right into the grapes, right? That is the key. That is the key. And then you have some of these little suckers you pull up. But see, look at this cluster right here. This cluster here, next to this cluster. We'll probably come in and knock this guy off if it doesn't ripen up within the next week. So let me go ahead and taste. It's not gonna be sweet. Okay, so a little bit of sweetness. It's definitely not ripe. Again, it's gonna have 6 to 10 weeks to ripen up some more. So there's a faint of sweetness. There's more bitterness, tannins right now. But that was a plump grape. So as you can see, we did our tractoring a few weeks ago, like about a month or so ago. Everything's flat. Yeah, we have some weeds here, not a big deal, because we're gonna continue irrigating and keep on giving irrigation and water and nourishment to the grapevines. Super critical right now to do that, especially during the warm weather. And it's all about our plan of action and how to keep these beautiful vines hydrated. So look at this. So right in here, extra little growth. We take these guys off. We got a crew in here, take these guys off. I like doing it too because it's very relaxing. I should have some wine club members come out and help me do this. Probably should do that. Be on the lookout for something like that, a little messaging like that. But you can see these vines here, we're gonna trim these, right? So they're gonna come over here and cover. If you let them grow too long, they'll block the sun from the grapes to ripen. So we'll come in here with a little snippy prue right here, snip it off, all the way across the top, all the way across the top. Snip it all the way across the top. And so that is the Cabernet Sauvignon. So looking really, really great. So what I haven't shown you guys is the barn. So let's head over to the barn and check it out. And the house is right here. There's tenants in there, so I can't really show that to you. But someday I will. And someday I'll show you the plan of action. Oh, be on the lookout. We have an announcement coming out here soon. Within the next couple weeks, a really important announcement. So part of it has to do with the vineyard. So I want to let you know about that. I'm going to back up right here. All right, backing up. I'm backing up. Okay, great. All right, here we go. Now, excuse the barking. The dogs just like to bark, like all the time. I mean, they're protecting their master, I guess, their owner, property, but dogs don't understand that, you know, this is my property. Anyway, let's go check out the barn. I'm gonna drive up a little bit, and dogs will probably super duper freak out. There's a little pear tree. Look at that pear tree, right? Pears aren't ripe yet. This one here is I don't know, there wasn't any fruit on it, but it looks like it's a plum tree, but there's no fruit on it. You know, a little TLC and some fertilizer coming soon. This is a walnut tree. Did you see the walnut right there hanging? There's a crazy dog right there. It's the Rottweiler. The fence isn't very stable. So there are the huskies. Right? Uh-oh. Cal fire. That's not good. Cal fire. Whoa, that's not good. Okay. Okay, relax, dog. Here we are. Okay, let me go ahead and show you. So here's, eventually it's going to be all cleaned up. All this will be cleaned up. Dogs will be gone, obviously. That's not going to be the Gen 7 fitness center, that's for sure. So here's the barn. It's such a cute barn. It's not a historical barn, but it's still a very cute barn. Really, really cute. It needs some TLC, that's for sure. Some old sofa. That's not our sofa. Got to get rid of the sofa. Still stuff we got to get rid of. They're working on it. Little movie night down over there, and then over here. Relax, dogs. Over here was some equipment. So all that's going to be redone, refreshed. It's a real barn. It's a real barn. Eventually we're going to have our own farm animals here. You know, we'll probably have our goats and sheep and some fun things like that. Some chickens, we're going to have those too. We're going to be a full-on farm, you know, winery farm. So wine production, animals to help with be more, you know, sustainable and all that good stuff. These cars are gone. We're going to get rid of those tomorrow. And here's the other side of the barn. As you can see right here. Still lots of work to do. Goodness gracious, lots of work to do, but super excited about it. Anyways, so glad you guys joined me today. Please comment, like, subscribe. I'll get more videos out for sure. And when we go through the production phase of building and submitting plans over the next many months, I'm going to go ahead and share all that too. It's going to be a fun journey. Can't wait for you to join me. Peace and love. Ciao.